What if I told you Nolan Wells might not have died on that island at all? Now, I know that sounds crazy at first, but the more you look at this case, the more the idea starts to make uncomfortable sense. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Block. I am your host, Mr. Joyner, and today we're not just going over what happened, we're questioning what we've been told. Let me ask you something. Have you ever heard of a story where everything sounds right, but something just felt off? That's this case right here. On paper, it's simple. Nolan Wells was on an island, something happened, and that's where the story ends. But in reality, it's not that clear because when you start digging, you notice little things. Timelines don't quite match up. Stories seem to shift depending on who's telling them, and details that feel like they're missing something important. And if you're anything like me, you start asking questions. Not because you're reaching, but because your gut is telling you, yeah, something is missing here. And here's where it gets interesting. Most people are focused on what happened on the island. But what if that's the wrong place to focus on? Hear me out. What if the island is just where the story ends, not where it actually happened? So here is a perspective I want you to sit with for a second. What if Nolan Wells made it off the island? What if he got back to the mainland and something happened there? Then, after the fact, his body ends up back on the island. Listen, I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, but I am saying when you line that idea up with the inconsistencies, it starts to explain a lot. Because think about it. If everything just happened on that island, why do so many details feel incomplete? But if it didn't, if part of this happened somewhere else, then this isn't just a confusing story, it's an incomplete one. And that's the part that's sticking with me because this isn't just about theories and speculation. This is about truth. It's about a real person and a story that doesn't fully add up. And whether you agree with this perspective or not, one thing is clear. There are still questions that haven't been answered. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think everything happened on that island? Or do you think there's more to the story that we're not being told? Either way, don't just accept the surface. Look deeper, ask questions. Trust when something doesn't feel right. Because sometimes the truth isn't hidden, it's just not being said out loud. I want to thank everybody for watching this episode. Again, I do want to hear from you. What do you think about this case? Leave it in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.